the roles and responsibilities as a frontliner, and I want everybody here to know that I'm not a frontliner. I've never set up camp anywhere except at a sundown to follow. I'm a lodge person, and as a lodge person, according to our customs, and I'm a Kura, the lodge people were the ones, the warriors were the ones that sponsored the ceremony. And so this is coming true now in my time. And like I told you, I didn't want to do this. I still don't want to do this. I have fears around my children being apprehended. Because I'm sitting in camp up back home in Treaty 4 territory, and I can't tell you where it is because I'm an Indian. I can't tell you where it is because I will let you know just before the camp opens to bring people in. Because like I said, I've never done this before, and I don't want to hurt myself. And I don't want to wreck it before it's anywhere. So the roles and responsibilities that the group puts, there's lots of them. Some of them are overlapping each other, but I'll just read them all. So there was some talk about what are we frontlining? Where are we frontlining? Let's talk respectfully in circle, using circle words. Because we kind of just jumped in there and then we were eased back into it using circle format and circle ways. So one of the things that someone mentioned, I didn't put anybody's names to anything, so everything's all everybody's words. I didn't say who's doing what. But being sober, clean, red road, know who you are. Have you occupied other areas? Look after sacred fires. Use prayers, not violence. The ability to respond, to be aware, using prayer, use words in a good way, disarm negatives with words, speak the opposite of aggression, disarm using energy. Learn from other experiences, and this is mine, I'm a greenhorn. Give us a break. So there's greenhorns, help them out. They don't know what to do, help them out. Societies, clan systems, go back to those societies and clan systems. I don't really have a lot of knowledge about clan systems, but I come from society. I come from the Katmo and the Red Blanket Society. And there's a couple other ones that I won't mention in here that I've just heard. I haven't exercised any of the responsibilities that go with those societies. Protect spirit first and the body second. Use the languages. The kids, the issue of kids getting apprehended, that's a potential for us women on front lines. Our kids are everything to us. So that was one of my fears, and other people have that fear too. Messaging, again, be clean and sober. Know your clan system. Listen, have no fear. There's an urgency that's among all of us right now. We need to deal with leadership who are compromising us. Why are we on front line? If they're going to put us there, then they better back us up. Women responsibilities and discipline. Runners, to have runners. Not these kind of runners, these kind of runners. Life is a front line. Teach to channel and control energy in a good way. Being as connected to traditional lands and ceremony. Lands will teach us what to do. Engagement of youth and understanding. Use the clan system again. They have duties, loyalties from the heart. They're about life. Clean living, farming, fishing, nature, alternatives, oppose corporate way of living, and move to green. Anti-fracking, move to other areas to protect and support, meaning to move around from other camps or blockades to whatever. Talk to non-First Nations, propaganda needs dealing with. Stereotypes and lies fed to society about us. I identify the dangerous ones, the people that go out there and hurt us, cause a lot of harm. Identify them and deal with them. Strategize, how are we going to exhaust the resources? Meaning their resources, as in the powers that be, like the cops and I don't know who else, military, whatever else they use. Use the spiritual language. Dispel paranoia. That's very wrong. Media needs to be appropriate for us, particularly blockades, rotate, simultaneously. I had a hard time writing that word down. Create liability, affect the economy, model protection, commitment, training, strategize, runners. Again, kids, we're worried about them. I don't remember any of this, but as a little kid, I was in the blockades. I must have been sleeping, but I don't remember it. But I was in some, and I never was apprehended. But my mother told me she was afraid of the same thing, and for some reason I wasn't taken away. Maybe there was too many kids to take grant. So there's a lot of fear about kids being taken. My kids are not scared. They're like, yes, they think this is going to be awesome. So I think lots of young people are like that right now. Keep our dignity, learn how to guard and hunt trap, unplug from the propaganda of food. Language again, return to our identity. It's about life. Use our gifts, our arts, our skills. Keep our minds clean, our hearts clean, and trust is a big one. Try to look after one another. We aren't okay, and that's okay. Why we're there, to be peaceful, identify, acknowledge roles and responsibilities. Don't be scared to do, because no one is doing it. Use the land, just do it. Do research, find out who your investors are on the lands, create listservs, use people's skills. Not everybody's going to do the same things we do, or I'm not going to do the same things you do, so create a network of using each other's skills. Be responsible with weapons, if any. Hold back from violence, duty, responsibility. Be spiritual as a warrior. Share what the feelings are, what the responsibilities are of others. Use support, use skills, occupy, mentoring, corrective. Be disciplined as warriors. Spiritual war. We're in a spiritual war. When I see all this, it reminds me of a Sundance Lodge. We all have a role, and not one single society in that Sundance can overtake the whole lodge. We have to follow the protocol, and we have to listen to one another, and everybody has a place there. So this reminds me of that. And there are people who are supposed to discipline, they're supposed to mentor, they're supposed to correct. That's the role, and if we know each other's roles, we won't be so offended when someone says, hey, snap out of it, or whatever has to happen and say. We need to know where, I won't say the F word too much, but where the book are these warriors? That was one of the questions. There was some very strong comments about that, so I'm just going to say it that way. So where are the warriors? The funds for supports from politicians or bureaucrats. Just behind that it says, speak respectfully. Heal the earth and heal ourselves. Sacred fires, ashes. Find out where the routes are. Strategize. Again, where are the pump stations? Find out who the investors are. Be practical. Know where our waters are and who's in our territories at all times. Understand what court injunctions are. Know what is happening to Indigenous people elsewhere from where our territories are engaging in, what kind of mining harm is happening to those people there. Something about Alcatraz.
Escape?
Can't burn out the warriors. Don't burn the warriors. Own your media. We need media that's ours. And I know Richard didn't say it in the meeting, in the thing there, but he said something today about we need our own cam media. Somebody that we can trust is gonna go sell us to the Inquirer or whatever, right? He had a good idea there. I think we do need that. We need to ignore the orders. I don't know what that says because I wrote that. Know our shared opposition. Who are our enemies? Treaty strong. I come from lineage of both treaty and non-people that don't follow, so I have to be mindful of who I am too. Why are women and kids on the front line to begin with? Language barriers, international recognition, communicate provincial, national, international levels, deal with isolation and don't have any isolation. This is it's like, what kind of supports do the front lines need from other groups? You guys are so lucky because look at all small it is. It says, the bureaucrats, we need messaging. We need to take from the alliances, deal with fear, supports, create media to educate, inform for us, Senators Connection. And there's a lady here that we need to say a few words. She's right there.
I just wanted to emphasize a couple of things that we talked about. One of them is that we are all leaders, we are all teachers, and I found in my experience that my greatest teachers have been my grandchildren. Another thing we talked about was not being afraid to go to jail. And I think in the future, we're going to find out that the jails are going to be a really important training ground for us. So that's where a lot of our people are going to go, and that's where a lot of us might get. Another thing, we talk about our purpose for being here, being to defend the land, look after the land around there. And one of the things that, where I come from, we're starting to look at about ourselves is looking at in our meetings, our get-togethers,